Ganesha, the deity, is a deity whose head was cut by Shiva and a new head was replaced. In the new head was elephant head, where there is a long trunk and, there are two big ears and, stuff like that. Then the story created that, in writing of Mahabharata, Ved Vyasa wanted someone to, scribble down the things that he's telling. Now, who has a speed fast enough to write as he's speaking? So Ganapathi is the only one capable of doing that. So Ganapathi is invoked. Now Ganapathi comes. So Ved Vyasa requests him about that. So Ganapathi says that only one condition, I have. If you fulfill that, I will write. Otherwise, I will not. He said, what is your condition? So you cannot stop speaking. The moment you stop speaking, I will stop writing. Because the moment you speak, the sentence will be completed. I'm so fast that the moment you stop, the sentence is complete. So you should not stop. Vyasa says, okay, fine. I also have one condition. Now, both are, very brilliant people. So Vyasa says that I will not stop, but you also have to make one promise. He says what? That you will not complete the sentence till you have understood what I'm saying. So Ganapathi accepted. So that is how Vyasa got some time to compose the entire Mahabharata. So what the story is telling is about the nature of Ganapathi. And Ganapathi is supposed to be the god of wisdom. Okay. And you look, he has a pot belly and there are laddoos in front of him and there is a mouse that he rides. And the mouse is not looking towards the laddoos, he's looking towards the Ganapathi. When it is made correctly. These days they make the wrong picture of Ganapathi where the mouse is looking at the laddoos and salivating. That is wrong understanding. That is reverse of what Ganapathi stands for. And Ganapathi's stomach area there's a snake with which his stomach is tied. So there's a deep symbolic meaning behind this. So the rishi, whoever conceptualized Ganapathi and created the mantra for Ganapathi, what he or she is doing is using his power, spiritual power, is giving birth to an entity. And that entity has become a very powerful archetype, using Carl Gustav Jung's language in Indian culture. And this archetype is basically a deity. So what is the idea? The idea is that from the quantum space, which is absolutely, a field of infinite possibilities, potentialities, one reality has been created by a rishi with his powerful projection, thought projection. So in a way, Ganapathi is given birth by a rishi using his powerful thought waves. And he has conceptualized Ganapathi in some manner and given such shape. Okay. So you see what it means. Ganapathi has two big ears. Means what? He is a great listener. He has a very big elephant head. Elephants have tremendous memory. So Ganapathi, like student, never forgets what he learns. Because he pays so much attention. Because he is a great listener, pays total attention, absorption is tremendous. And there is deep contemplation. So the big head represents deep contemplation. And that becomes his buddhi, the god of buddhi. So his buddhi or his knowledge or wisdom increases exponentially because he is a great student. And these two big ears tell that he is a great listener. And also with his trunk, he can uplift trees and he can also lift a small needle. So he can solve big problems, he can solve small problems. He can see big reality, he can see small nuances also. Both capacities he has got. So that is a powerful buddhi, which can do everything. And then, he has tremendous control over his lower lust and lower passions. These laddoos represent the worldly attractions, the worldly temptations. That is what is the meaning of these laddoos. One laddu could be ambition, one laddu could be money, another could be fame, name, whatever. So all these worldly laddoos, he has total detachment towards. He's conquered that. How do you know? Ganapathi's mouse, is looking towards Ganapathi. So mouse is the vehicle on which Ganapathi rides. And Ganapathi is the god of auspicious beginning. When you begin something and you want to begin in a positive way, you worship Ganapathi, isn't it? So he is a god of auspicious beginning. Why? Because well begun is half done. When you begin in a very auspicious atmosphere, most likely you will complete the job. So he is invoked when you want to make a very good beginning. So he rides a mouse means, see, mouse moves very slowly. So he is also showing to us that if you want to make spiritual progress, whose initiation Ganapathi rules over. If you want to start a new thing, spiritual journey is a new good thing. It's auspicious beginning, right? If you want to develop spiritually, the first god to seek blessings from is Ganapathi. because he will remove all obstacles from your path. No, he's a god of removing obstacles. So you will develop very fast on spiritual path. So that is what he represents. Even when you want to set up a factory, you want to remove all obstacles from its path so that factory runs auspiciously. So idea is that this Ganapathi is also telling us that when you want to make the right type of journey, the progress will be slow and steady. So the mouse represents that slowness and steadiness. Mouse is a very diligent creature. If mouse starts cutting a rope, it will not stop till the rope is cut. So idea is that again we chose a mouse as a vehicle because the idea is that when we start a spiritual journey, which Ganapathi rules, we are tied down with so many ropes of karma, which is our unconscious tendencies, habitual patterns. But with Ganapathi's mouse as the symbol, which gives us inspiration and motivation, we should never feel depressed because of slow progress, because progress will be slow and will be steady. But like the Ganapathi's mouse, we keep cutting and nibbling away at the ropes of our unconsciousness, like we are doing in our Grow Your Light sessions. Every week we make little bit progress, right? Hopefully. So, and we are not very impatient to become a Buddha overnight. We may be Buddhas today, but we are slowly making progress. So, Ganapathi mouse is motivating us. We are diligent people. We never give up. We keep coming back again and again and meet every week. Let us see how long we can sustain it. May Ganapathi bless us and we continue forever.